Okay, welcome back for the final run in here at Donnington Park National. I'm your host, Woody Lizard, and the ANZCRL Combined Racing League Pro Division of the British Touring Car Championships is reaching near an end. After this race, there is only 3 more remaining of the championship, all done next weekend at Knock Hill for the final round. 3 races there, but we've got another 13 laps remain to go here at Donnington Park in the afternoon sun. And we have obviously, after that last race, we've seen Dark Racing 40 make a big mistake jump starting, as we sort of thought he did off the start line. We weren't too sure, but then we've seen him have to serve his drive through late in the race, which then handed that race to Lolux in the Air Bubbles Renault. As we're watching him now at the moment in the Team Air Bubbles car. And this is just the practice, so the race results from the second race here will determine the grid. So just to go through the grid order, we've got obviously Lolux, the man that we're seeing now, will be on pole. Then we'll have this man, Weary Knight, in the P51 Opel Sim Sports car in second alongside him. Then we'll have Jetto 13 in the Mochi Racing team in third position, and outside him, the man that was rubbing him up quite a bit was this man here. He's in the pits at the moment, Datto Racer in the Monster Energy, just leading on the back of Jetto, unsettling him, and just obviously he's going to mean business in this this final race around Donnington. Logical Sports is our next man in 5th position on the inside of row 3. Beside him is the Consistent Slide Science in the Apex Eaters car in the Renault. McGann in the pits at the moment. Dark Racing 40 now. He is, after that drive-through, he held on to 7th position. So he's going to be on row 4, but just to remind that being in 7th position, he's now going to have his restrictor. He hasn't seen his restrictor open this much, so he's going to be jumping at joy at 49.1. He has been having most of the championship, other than round race 1 of this championship, with his restrictor closed off at 37.1. So expect a lot of action from him coming through the field. We know he has lightning starts, sometimes a little bit too fast, as the previous race showed. He got that drive through for the jump start. But yeah, we're definitely going to see him move through the field, as we just see one of those P51 SimSport Mercedes come through. But we've also then got, on the outside of him on row 4 will be Dark Lord. He had a not a bad run. We can't see him. He's in the pits as well, as they're all getting ready for the run-in of this final race. As Commander Sirius is also on the on row 5, all on his own, out the back there. So in the P51 SimSource Mercedes. So it should be interesting. The championship, Darky, if I've got my maths right, I'm not too sure on the points, but Darky will be leading Datto by about 18 points, the same gap that they had at the start of the round here, or race 10, 2 races ago. And Weary Knight is now 14 points behind Datto. He extended his gap from Jetto. Jetto closed the gap in the first race to 11 points, but he's now blown back out to 13 points after both himself and Datto had that little bump into the S's coming onto the final lap, just before the final lap of that last race. So here we go. So they were the practice times there. We can see Dark Racing with that open restrictor. He's loving that with a 10.220. Can we see him retake his lap record that he had in 2019? He came this year with the lap record of 110.801. We had Highlander 1777 beat that with a 110.665 last night in the open division. And then we actually witnessed Lolux doing a 110.4, which is currently the lap record. So can we see Dark Racing 40 get back there for the fastest lap. Take that lap record. As we can see the afternoon sun coming through. We got a little bit of hazy skies there, and it looks like in the background. Getting the final of their winter. I mean, it's not their winter actually. It's their summer. Their summer, a little bit of a heat haze has come through in the late afternoon. It should clear up though, as the night, as the cooler afternoon air might come in. It's probably what's just happening there. But we got Lolux on pole, as we said. Weary Night, Dado Racer, ready to do it all again. With Logical Sports now in 5th position. He did well from near the back of the grid with Slide Science in 6th. Darky way up there in 7th, but have a good run down the inside. Dark Lord and then Commander Sirius as we've got the 4 lights. Here we go. And they've had a nice run. Lolux looks like he's had a great run down here. It's all gone pretty wide as Jetto's making a great move there up into 3rd position. As Weary and Lolux has come to blows, and it looks like they hold on as Lolux and they have all got through. And it's also one of the, I think it was Dark Lord may have just tagged the outside of Slide Science as they come running down the hill, and Jetto is just. Well, I thought he was going to tuck him behind his teammate, but he's got a Mercedes right down the inside. Actually, not one, he's got 2 as Logical Sports. Battling and Commander Cirrus coming around the outside. And it looks like he's going to hold that around the outside up into McLean's. Both those, as he has, they're both battling one another. And what a great move by Commander Cirrus and Logical Sports. Both in 4th and 5th. Great run is from the 2 Mercedes, as it looks like now. Weary Night and Dark Lord. Dark Racing from 7th into 3rd already. And these two don't want to be messing around too much because at the moment they're keeping the championship leader behind them, but Weary doesn't worry about that. He wants this victory. He's taking it down the inside of Lolux in that Opel Astra P51 Opel Sim Sport team. Great move. Great strong move, and here they come down the hill as the Mercedes are coming through as well. Commander Cirrus, what a great job with his teammate Logical Sports in front. They're vying for a podium, these Mercedes. They've been working hard. It's the underdog, it's the most underperformed car of the series. As Starkey's now taken up into 2nd, taking Lolux. Coming up through the Schwartz curve and then into McLean's, and now he's got into turn 8 for Caprice. Caprice, I think it's called. I'm not too sure how they pronounce that one, but that's turn 8. Out they go. Down the Starkey Straight. We'll call it Darky Straight from now on, I think. And here he comes. With that open restrict, you can see how much he's gained on the Opel. Overperforming Renault. Definitely showing its legs here. He's going around the outside. He's going to do this at ease, it looks like, over Weary Night. He's taking it around the outside. Might just wait for a couple more laps. I think the writing's on the wall, though. Won't be long. Darky means business here. That drive-through hasn't affected his championships too much, as we know, as we went through earlier. Only 18 points in front of Dado, but at the moment, Dado is down as far as 8th position. He's been roughed up at the start of this motor race, but he's not that far. There's all these triangles all up on our screen, means there's battles. There's Lolux absolutely getting sideways over the inside curb, and that's going to leave it open now for these 2 Mercedes in the leading one of the Logical Sports. All at the same time, I think Lolux would have got a little bit of a penalty from there. So at the moment, there's still a long way to go though. But can these Mercedes hold stations? Here comes Commander Cirrus. He thinks he's faster. It's Darky has gone off onto the grass as the other 2 cars now come through. Can one of the Mercedes make this move? It's Commander Cirrus has had to come around the outside as Darky's defending the inside. What a race. And Logical Sports is trying to split the Mochi team. As he's done that, he was very aggressive on that turn in onto Jetto, and Jetto's had to just back out. As we have got the Mochi team in third, and then we got the P51 SimSports Mercedes in fourth and fifth, and then the next Mochi car, we can almost call it the P51 Big Mac at the moment in between these Mochi cars. We've got the double quarter pounder. Got the two Mercedes running here in a good position, fourth and fifth. Can they keep it clean? As Lolux again, he turns in and lets that rig pop out. That's Air Bubbles car at the moment, Weary Night. Loving it being out front, fresh air. But here comes Darky now. He's coming down. He made a mistake. We've seen him, and we caught the end of it. He was out there in the inside there on that sand, and he's done it again. He had to lift off the exit there. He wasn't quite right as Lolux is trying his best, but with that restrictor that he's got after winning the race, the previous race, he just doesn't have the legs on Darky, even after Darky made a little mistake coming out of the S's. A look on the back here with Commander Cirrus. What a great run by the Mercedes at the moment. Absolutely flying. He's making the most with the more open restrictor than his teammate had. Jetto's got the better of him at the moment as Daddo's coming back through as well at the same time. You can see the three just there, but look at Commander Cirrus. He sees that third position. He doesn't want to let it go. It's all about pride now for the Mercedes team, the P51 SimSport Mercedes. To get on the podium will be almost as good as a victory. There's Darky again. Can't believe how good Darky's been driving throughout this season. Probably throughout the year as well. All through last year as well. He cleaned up. Just missing out on getting the Triple Crown by winning the Bathurst 1000. He won the Indy 500, which is coming up for the fourth running. As Commander Cirrus takes it down the inside for third position. And he gets a cone thrown at his windscreen, but that hasn't stopped him. He's still trying to get down through Hollywood here, but he might have to just tuck him behind Lolux, which he's done. Can he come through down here, the old hairpin? He's just showing the nose. Lolux knows he's there. He's got the lights blaring as well in the Mercedes. You can see the flames coming out of the exhaust as he's working that Mercedes as hard as he can. And here comes Darky for a position up the top of turn 7 at McLean's. Keeping Weary honest here at the moment. As you can see, Darky now, Daddo, I was going to say, in that Monster Energy car right behind Dark Racing for his teammate Jetto. It looks very close indeed. Will they come again to bump and grind into the S's as Darky's coming around the outside? Can he pull it up? No, he can't. He's looking for a switchback for a good run down to the main straight here in the Wheatcroft straight. Looks like he's going to try and just do it right around the outside. Hangs it out wide. That's a quicker line into the corner, which he's done. A little brake lock up, but that has got him through back into the lead of the race as Dark Racing, it's Daddo, now on the back of Jetto. Well, we've just gone past halfway race distance as Daddo's looking down the inside. Jetto's not giving him an inch. Going to make sure he has to work for it. Been a pretty tough motor race for all through the field. Actually, they've had their elbows out. It's been very aggressive, clean racing so far. Can we keep it going as Commander Cirrus and Lolux are at trade and blows at the moment, but they've both got time penalties as well. We may just quickly try and pop that up if we can. Well, Lolux has 5 seconds, Commander Cirrus only has 1, so that's in his benefit at the moment. There's a 4-second difference between Commander Cirrus and Lolux for that third position. So where Cirrus is at the moment, he will leapfrog Lolux at the end of the race and take that podium position, that most sought after result that the Mercedes team's been looking for. are able to do it with myself in the wet at I can't quite remember at Alton Park it was. Race 3, I think it was there. I was lucky enough to get on the podium. As we may just have a look down the bottom here. Dark Lord defending hard from Illogical. He's coming back from a few little bit of mistakes as Illogical's made that move down the inside. Looks like Dark Lord actually got it all wrong coming up. Maybe gave him a bit of room, maybe a bit too much room. Illogical as Slide Sciences now has benefited from that. So Dark Lord's obviously seen better days there, and Slide has been able to benefit in the Apex Eaters. Renault, probably not a good race for Slide either. He's back there in the pack, a bit far off, but here we are in the battle again. It's all happening up front between Weary Night, Low Lux. It's all going on. He's Dado again on the back of Jetto. Dado and Jetto, here we go. So tough. Look at the times they're doing. 111s all through from second down to fifth. Dado doing a 10. He's trying everywhere. He's down there. There he goes. He's made that move. He's tucked down the inside of McLean's. Turn 7. That's been Dado's corner all night long. Very good. So he's moved up his position into 5th position now. Now he can try and chase down Commander Cirrus and Lolux, knowing that also that, as we said, Lolux had a 5-second penalty and Dado doesn't have any at the moment, so he's within striking distance of taking Lolux's position as well, as Commander Cirrus is as well. So it'll be a little bit of a get out of jail card for Dado in this race. It's definitely happening here with Weary Night in second as Darky has clicked his heels once he cleared Weary, and he's now got almost a 4-second lead from this pack. As we can see Lolux coming down hard, and Dado, and then Jetto. What a great part of the racetrack through into the old hairpin. See this English afternoon sun coming down. Very effective on our screens here tonight. Oh, as Commander Cirrus having a look at Lolux. He's made that stick, so has Dado. Look how much room time Dado's made up. He's made a ton of ground on these two. And he's looking down the outside of Commander Cirrus. Don't say Commander Cirrus is going to get robbed of a podium position at the moment. Also, he's got a 1-second penalty from the last time we checked. So at the moment, Dado with no penalty, he's still going to be able to get that podium from Cirrus. But Cirrus is working hard, trying to at least finish this race. We've got another 2 laps after this one. Can he hold on for third? Oh, as Dado's trying to go around the outside. It looks like this is made it stick Dado. Maybe he's going to have it down the inside of Hollywood, or keep it around the outside of Hollywood and then come down in the inside of what they call the crane of curves into the old hairpin. Is Cirrus. That's going to give him another penalty, I think. It'll tell him to slow down, but he's not going to slow down. He's going to keep going. Sideways. Oh, what a shot that was. Sideways into the old hairpin. With Dado around the outside. Unbelievable. That's just how tight this championship is, how these drivers are. They're so competitive. You've got to really muscle through to make those positions once these the leading lot get all together. As you can see, it's all been very fair racing. As Lolux is struggling at the moment now. I think Jetto's made the move. He's made that move around the outside of Lolux, so maybe he's worn his tyres out. Sometimes it's all about tyres. May chew a little bit, he just can't get the drive out like he used to be able to do. And don't forget, Lolux has also got his rear restrictor set at 37.1. As this man here, Dark Racing 40, just continues to lead the motor race, and then we'll pick up obviously the man in second, Weary Night, coming out down around Hollywood. That's probably why they call it Hollywood, I guess. If you stick it around the outside there, you have that nice run down the inside into the crane of curves. Sometimes it's not where you want to be because you've got the outside of that old hairpin. So geez, Dado made a ton of time that previous lap to get on the back of both Lolux and Dado. And Commander Sarah, sorry. Lolux has dropped a ton of time. So we're going to lead on to the final lap now. Darky's already about to take the final lap. It's weary night, so Darky's on his. He's almost got the. He's got half the main of the front straight in front. Just controlling this race. I haven't seen his best lap time at the moment. We'll get it at the end of the race. See if he's actually done it better than a 110.4. And retake that lap record that he turned up with from back in 2019. It's weary night, trying to hold off of hard charging Dado. This could be interesting in the last few stages of this race. Dado doing everything he can. There's no time penalties for either of these three drivers. Got a better line there. That's the corner that Dado absolutely loves, but he wasn't close enough to Weary then. Into turn 8, there's only one more corner for Dado, and that's into the S's. If he can make that move, it's going to be a brave move. He's got the run on him though. He's got a run as Weary's defending down the inside. As here comes Darky to take a lead of that the victory and extend his lead in the championship. And it looks like Weary is going to hold on to Dado. Commander Cirrus just missing out on that podium in 4th, and he said to the Mercedes team, well, that'll do me, we've tried my heart out, but that's it. And he sends it up in the wall. Probably not the most professional way to end the race here in the pro lobby, but that's what he's done. He's he tried his heart out. There's the logical holding on the slide signs. They all got penalties here, so it just depends what happens. As I think we're hearing some reverse donuts by the man here, leading the championship, Dark Racing. Congratulations, what a victory. Come from 7th on the grid to take victory. And he has got the lap record of 110.065. Yes, you heard me right, people. This is Australian New Zealand Combined Racing League, probably the fastest guys around on Xbox Project Cars 2 in the Southern Hemisphere. And look at that. He's even had an air restrictor still, wasn't fully open, and he's managed a 110.065 in race conditions. So he goes away, extending his lead in the championship probably by around about 24 points roughly over Dado, and also taking home the fastest lap record here at Donnington Park National. Keeping his name on that record books that you can find over in our ANZ Combined Racing League's website at aus-nzcrl.weebly.com. What a fantastic race that's been. 3 races, started off with only 7 as 2 couldn't, had some disconnect issues, some connection issues, but then the last 2 races have been absolutely sensational with the 9 cars. Action aplenty right through the field. And well done to the last race podium getters, Dark Racing 40, Weary Night, and Dado Racer taking 3rd after hard charging there, and Commander Cirrus dropping there with penalties with Jetto in 4th. So unfortunately by Cirrus, he just couldn't hold on to that 3rd when he was running 3rd. But good effort by the Mercedes team, getting a couple of 5ths, a logical last race, and then Cirrus this race. So congratulations to those guys and everyone else. Until next week when we come back with the Open Division on Saturday at Knockhill for their final 3 races of the championship, and we'll be back again, and I'll be back here, Woody Lizard with HUDs on next Sunday night for the run to the championship. And Dado's got a little bit of work to do. He's in a race in a bit, 20 points for a victory, and he's about 24 points off the lead, so he's got a little bit of work to do. He's got to hope Darky gets a bit roughed up and a little bit in the back of the field. Maybe we can get another 11-car field to make it even harder for Darky. We don't know. But until then, I've been your host, Woody Lizard, and it's been a pleasure to bring you these 3 races here at Donnington. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, until next week, cheerio.